Welcome everyone to episode 6, part 5 of Comic Book Hall Review. I'm your host, Daryl Christopher. As you well know from the other parts of this episode, I am experiencing extreme pain, and basically what I've been doing is shooting all the videos in one take. So thank you for bearing with me. I apologize if I make any mistakes, but as I said before, I really love comic books that much that I'm willing to bear with the pain and let the show go on and just do it. That's the way I am, is that I feel fear all the time. I'll be completely honest about that, but I'm the type of person that gets in there and I just don't give up. So thank you again to everyone who's been watching, whether you be someone who also loves comic books, someone bored at work who's willing to watch anything, someone who just likes random YouTube videos. So thank you again for watching. And in this segment here, we're going to be talking about the Spider-Verse related issues. And first off, we're going to start with Spider-Verse number 2. The Spider UK meets with Anansi, the Teller of Tales. We also have a tale of the anarchic, the punk style Spider-Man. We have a tale of the Mexican Spider-Man. And the book finishes off with It's the Little Thing tale. So this one was probably my least favorite of the Spider-Verse series, but overall I really enjoyed reading the Spider-Verse a lot. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 13. We have the Spider-Verse part 5. The origin of the nuclear radiation bunker Uncle Ben is revealed. We also have it known that Dr. Octopus in this reality was the one who caused the nuclear event, which kind of does not go over well with the Superior Spider-Man. As you well know, he's the one that has Peter Parker's body, but Otto Octavius's mind. By what is revealed in the Scrolls of Prophecy, the Spider People go to Loom World for their last stand against the Inheritors. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man number 14, Spider-Verse part 6, and I also picked up the variant cover for this one. We have here the final battle. Morlun of the Inheritors switches sides. Solus and the Inheritor family are trapped on the radiation poisoned Earth where Spider-Man encountered Uncle Ben in the bunkers. So great finish. This was a great issue to see everything finally come together for the Spider People, where they could finally gain their victory. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man number 15. This is the Spider-Verse epilogue. The Spider People say their farewells to one another. Of course, the Superior Spider-Man, aka the Spider-Man with Dr. Octopus's mind, causes issues by attempting to escape his fate, knowing that he's gonna die in the future, but all ends well. The Spider-Man we know defeats him and returns home to his home reality. Here we have SpiderGwen. As you well know, this is the alternate reality where Gwen Stacy, one of Spider-Man's former girlfriends, becomes a spider-powered being. Gwen quits the band that she's in, known as the Mary Janes. There's also an attempted hit on the life of her father, Captain Stacy, and then she gets into a fight with the Vulture that does not end well. I have to say, out of all the titles that I've recently gotten, SpiderGwen is the most disappointing. Everyone was so hyped up about this, but the art, the story, it just doesn't come together. I don't recommend this title around. If you really like the character of Gwen Stacy, then go for it, but you're going to have to put up with a lot in order to enjoy it. So I'm just warning you now. So take my advice as you may. Next up, we have SpiderGwen number 2. This is probably the worst issue of Spider-Gwen that I've read so far, so that's not a good sign when the second issue is worse than the first issue, but it's terrible to have the imaginary Spider-Pig along for the adventure in the mind of Spider-Gwen. It was a good twist to have Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, as the lawyer for the Kingpin, as a crooked style, kind of Better Call Saul kind of lawyer. So little differences in this reality here, but that was the only good thing I found about this book. Next up we have Silk #1, and I also picked up a variant cover for this one. I really don't like her costume, but I'm willing to give her a chance, and I do keep an open mind about the comic books I read. In here we have Silk take on a C-list villain named Dragonclaw, and she defeats him, but she comes onto the radar of crime boss Black Cat, who we well know used to be Spider-Man's girlfriend at one time. So very interesting stuff. We also have people watching her in the bunker that she was stuck in before Spider-Man found her. So different take on Spider-Man in a sense. She was the one that was bitten by the same radioactive spider as Peter Parker. So it's a good little twist there. So it's not too bad. I give that one like a reasonable 7 out of 10. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man Special #1. This is a variant cover for this one. Spider-Man teams up with the Inhumans and take on a revenge-seeking wingman named Raven, who also has an army of winged men creatures to fight with him. I don't know if I'm going to follow the story. The story continues in Inhuman Special #1, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. You have to stay tuned to later episodes of Comic Hall Review to find out if I see where the story goes, but basically I have little motivation to, so I'll be honest about that. Finally, we have Amazing Spider-Man #16. In leading the Spider Army to victory over the Inheritors, a portion of Spider-Man's life force was leached off him, and upon his return to his home reality, he's exhausted. He's not doing well in fights, and as Peter Parker, head of Parker Industries, he barely makes it in time, classic Peter Parker style, to make the pitch for the prison building contract. The issue ends with the Black Cat setting up Ghost to take on Spider-Man, and a little story in the back, a sub-story we have as to why the Black Cat is so hell-bent on gaining everything that she has lost. So not too bad. Thank you again for bearing with me during this difficult time, but I really hope you enjoyed this segment of the Comic Book Hall Review. Stay tuned for part 6 of episode 6, where we're going to be talking about horror-related comics. Thank you very much for your time. Take care.